Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Sports Kings NFL week. What is it, guys? Week 7 prediction show right here on YouTube. I am your host, MeanGene. I am back. Glad to be back, even though I know I was brutally disrespected last week. But it's all good, though, because, hey, I am here to defend myself. And I am so glad to be joined by my two sports kings. And let's go ahead and go with the man to my left there who continues to wait a minute. Is that a Stewart jersey?
An ode to Dustin. It is a Jonathan Stewart.
Jonathan Stewart from the University of Oregon, former Carolina Panthers. One of the greatest fantasy football players to ever play the game. What's up, Jacob Meadows?
What's up, everybody? Feels good to not be back in the driver's seat for this show. I like being at Sporting Cast. It was stressful. Otherwise, I'm happy to be here this week. And I'm going to go ahead and get this out of the way so Dustin can't enjoy it quite as much. But I did lose in fantasy football it was like 104 points this week to Dustin's team. My team is bad, and I just want to steal his thunder on this because it was a brutal beatdown.
Oh, it was bad. It was so. Wait a minute.
I'm not sure how that's possible. I think you could have put Jacob in the lineup and you wouldn't have lost by 100.
It was so bad that the sirens were going off. The scoring wouldn't even stop. I said, stop the bleeding already. All right. Also joining us tonight is the man. Look here. How many Panther shirts you have?
I bust another one out this week.
I like that one.
I like that one too. My man, Dustin Phifer.
Listen, I figured I'd change it up, go away from the polo, busted out the NFL logo on the side. Panthers are 3-3, guys, and I don't know, Gene, we've been covering, we've been doing this show for a few years. 3-3 feels like you're in first place the way things have been going in Carolina. So there's a lot of optimism going on right now.
500, I can't remember, Dustin. I mean, good Lord, it's been
probably
a
since
while,
the days when you were in the press box with me with Cam Newton. That's how long. Probably since that guy behind Jacob with the Jonathan Stewart jersey.
Yeah.
That's how long it's been.
I know, man. How about that? I know the folks there in Charlotte got to be excited.
Glad to have you back, Gene. We give you a hard time because we care, but we're glad you're back on the show.
Hey, look here.
And congrats again to the family.
Wait a minute. I'm glad to be back. And let me tell you why I'm excited, okay? I have to share this, right? This is why I was not here last week.
Highlight of the night.
The highlight of the night. This little, 6 pounds, 5 ounces. Oh, God. She is adorable. And Paw is already broke, guys. I don't have any more money left, okay? It's not that I had any money left to begin with, but I am broke, and her father's going to be even broker, okay? So anyway.
Broker
all right.
and less sleep.
Yes. He's not getting any sleep, and I'm laughing my ass off about it, okay? Because I didn't get any sleep either. I remember those days. Hey, look here. Hey, glad to be back, guys. Week 7. It's week 7, okay? It's week 7, and guess who's saying, let's go?
Let's go!
He's early. Bobby was late last week, Gene. I don't know if you know once you watched the show. He made it just in time for the Raiders pick, but he said he wasn't going to be late 2 weeks in a row.
No. Hey, Bobby's right there, man. He's ready to go, and everybody's ready to go. Week 7 of the NFL, and, man, we're not halfway there, but we're I mean, come on. What can I say? It's going by quick. Okay, we have a lot of games. I think we got 15 games because there are only 2 teams on a bye this week, and I believe those teams are the Bills and the Ravens. Okay, how
2 teams that
needed it bad.
Yeah, exactly. I was just going to say that. How appropriate is that these 2 teams, Bills? Oh my Lord! I mean, who saw what we saw on Monday night coming from the Atlanta Falcons, Dustin and Jacob? Who saw that?
Yeah, I don't think anybody saw us coming. That's the NFC South playing some decent football. I mean, to take out the Bills 2 weeks in a row like that. I still won't hit the panic button on the Bills, but the fact that you come off a loss to your division rival in the Patriots and then put up a performance like that, because let's be honest, guys, the Bills were not good on Monday Night Football. Give the Falcons credit, but at the same time, that's not the Bills we're used to seeing. The last 2 weeks, they've only averaged 17 points. So I'm sure they'll get back on track. But at the same time, the way the Patriots are playing, the Bills got to be sitting back and going, man, we're in a dogfight for this AFC East division now.
Yeah, go ahead, Jacob.
Oh, it's the Bills are in trouble. I again, not hitting the panic button yet. Keon Coleman gets benched, right? I can't remember for the life of me the wide receiver two's name. Khalil Shakir.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He has not played great. Like their only weapon on offense, not named Josh Allen, is James Cook. That defense is ass. Like it is. It's going to this bye week really needs to hit hard for the Bills.
Well, it's not just the bye weeks though, Gene. I'm not. We'll get into the other teams as well, but I'm looking at the NFL as a whole, and I'm just thinking to myself, like, we're not going to give up on the Bills and the Eagles and teams like that. They're still some of the top dogs, but I'm not sure if there's like one or two teams that are actually sticking out and saying, "Hey, we are the top of the top." I think it's pretty wide open in the NFL right now when you see some of the results of these games during the week.
Well, you got to give it up to the Atlanta Falcons for just having a hell of a game plan and getting it done. And look, there's a reason why everyone wanted Bijan Robinson as their number one pick in fantasy football. He finally showed up and did what he did. That was a great win. The Bills are still good. Now, the Ravens, on the other hand, they got problems. Their problems are going to last for the entire season. That's a bad football team there, and we'll see, what they do after the break. But man, I tell you what, 1-4, I don't know.
No, it's 1-5. And it's official. I know Lamar hasn't played and he's coming back after the bye week. And who knows, maybe you win 10 games in a row, but to me, this season's over. This is what they call in any sport a lost season. I mean, if you look at the picks right now, the Ravens are in the top 3 or 4 picks of the NFL draft. I think this is one of those lost seasons. You can say it was injuries. You can say it was defensive injuries, Lamar Jackson being hurt. Maybe it's time for a change, and Harbaugh needs to be out of there. I've seen that around the way. But this is a lost season, and this is going to have them thinking in the offseason of how they're going to reset moving forward. You're still going to have Lamar, but I think there are going to have to be some changes in this organization if they want to get back to being one of the top teams like they have in the last few years.
Absolutely, guys. And I tell you what, we got some great games there entering week 7. 6 of the 8 divisions have a team in first place or tied for first place that did not win this division last season. So in the AFC East, how about the New England Patriots? AFC North, how about the Pittsburgh Steelers? AFC South, none of us had the Indianapolis Colts. AFC West, Denver and the Chargers, okay? NFC North, Green Bay. NFC West, you got San Francisco and Seattle. Man, this thing is crazy. Like you said, Dustin, I mean, it's not even over. And I mean, we got a lot of football to go. And speaking of a lot of football to go, oh Lord,
love to see it.
I dreaded this moment here because for some reason here, and look, I am so glad I wasn't here for the 2-12 week. I have absolutely no excuse.
I still have that graphic if you want to put that back.
No, we don't need that graphic.
Okay.
We don't need that graphic. Look, I'm surprised I'm even over 500, 52-40. Last week didn't do me any good. But Dustin, you and Jacob are rolling right along there. Jacob, you're still in the 50s with me.
Yeah.
And
give Jacob credit, though. That's 2 first place weeks in a row for Jacob. So he is coming. I will admit that. I'm holding on to first place, and I'm holding on to that. Look at that lock of the week, 9-0 in locks of the week. I know we're picking favorites, so it's not like don't give me a ton of credit, but still, if you want a lockdown bet or a pick, 9-0 on locks of the week. That's strong. Now I'll give Jacob credit. 2 weeks in a row, he's hit an upset. So he's coming. I got to look out for him. Gene, you're so far back, I ain't got to worry about you right now. I'm just looking at number 2, Jake.
Man, my locks are getting better. I'm 6-3 on locks now. Okay. Come on now. Give me some. Give me some now.
Now, I did say this last week. You were on the show. You were the first one in history of this show to pick a lock and an upset in the same pick when you tried to pick the Baltimore Ravens as a lock and an upset over the Rams. Now, that didn't go too well for you, but I give you credit for trying to make history on this.
Well, you're damn right. If you're not trying, if you're not trying, okay, you gotta try to rock the boat. Look, I'm trying right now to stay over 500, so this has got to be one of the weeks here. The Monday night games. I just need the NFL to stop these double damn Monday night matchups, okay? I can only focus on one Monday night game at a time, all right? Because the Washington Commanders should have won that game, all right? You give the ball, I know, look, they knew it was raining. Hell, everyone showed them the weather forecast that night. And I don't know what Jaden Daniels and Bill or JCM, whatever you want to call this guy, right?
He's on your fantasy team, right?
Yeah, and all I needed was him to just take that ball and get a couple of yards. They were on their way to seal that deal.
Yeah, they were.
And that was a horrible loss for me. And what was the other game? And look,
Bills
I
and
did
Falcons,
not see. Yeah. I did not see the Falcons doing that to the Bills. Oh Lord! I mean, who predicted that one?
Yeah, especially with the Bills coming off a loss. But you're right. The Commanders had that game right there for them. Give the Bears credit. That's 3 in a row after an 0-2 start, and that's the second game. And Jacob did call that, so that's his upset of the week. But how about the Bears 2 weeks in a row winning a game 25-24? You don't see that score too often, and they've done that 2 weeks in a row. And listen, I know we're talking about the Packers and the Lions and the NFC North, and rightfully so. Those are the favorites, but you got to give Ben Johnson, a first-year head coach, some credit to take that team from 0-2 to winning 3 in a row and getting back over 500.
Yep.
Yeah, you do. You really do. I mean, hey, and look, I mean, they got a short week here. We're going to talk about their matchup here shortly. So the Bears giving those fans hopes. You guys ready to jump in here?
Yeah, and this is the week I was going to say, Gene, before we jump in, and Jacob, I know you and Gene, you'll agree with this, but like, this is not like a cliche, but we're getting to week 7 where, again, your season starts to get desperate depending on where you're at. It's not like we can dig out of a hole. That's what we're talking about with the Ravens on a bye week. Some of these teams, like, you can't continue to fall deeper in a hole if you expect to make the playoffs or be a division contender. So these games, as we go, are only getting more crucial.
Yeah, and I think I think if I was here last week, I would have said it was Separation Sunday. Yeah. It's this could be Separation Sunday, and I think let's try it this week. Okay, so all right, Thursday night football, Steelers at Bengals. This is the AARP Bowl. Okay, we got 2 40-year-old quarterbacks. We'll take the field on Thursday night in Cincinnati. The last time we had 2 40-year-old QBs was Tom Brady and Drew Brees back in 2020. Pittsburgh is in first place in the AFC North, but the win could gain substantial ground in that division. Jacob Meadows, who do you like in this game here?
I like what I would imagine is over 70% of the country likes in Vegas. I like the Steelers. Don't get me. I love Footsteps Flacco. I really do. I loved him in Baltimore. Loved him in Cleveland both times. Right. I liked him in Indy. The fall of Footsteps is upon us. Right. He should retire after this season. Well, he's making great money to do a whole lot of nothing. Ride the bench and give veteran leadership. But Pittsburgh's got the better team. Right. DK Metcalf's hot. Calvin Austin III looks really good. I don't love Pittsburgh's run game at all. I'm not a huge Jaylen Warren fan, but him and Kenneth Gainwell look great in a tandem. Caleb Johnson's going to get it going at some point and just become the number 1 back. Their defense looks good. Give me Pittsburgh.
All right.
Well, I said this last week, Gene, and as a Steelers fan, you probably will agree with me 100%. But if you're a Steelers fan, I'm not sure if you could be any more giddy with how this season started. Your team's 4-1. Your rival, the Ravens, who was expecting to win the division, is 1-5. Joe Burrow goes down. We know the Browns are the Browns. I mean, like, the division has been handed to you. Like, if you're a Steelers fan, how could you not be more happy than you are now? With that being said, I made this decision 5 seconds ago. I don't even think I added the graphics, so let me add these real quick because, Gene, I need you to put this on the screen. Go ahead and throw up what I just added in there because I made this decision literally, I'm not joking, 5 seconds ago. I just think this is one of those weird spots. This game means nothing. The Steelers will lose, and they still have a stranglehold on this division because of how bad this division is. But week 2 of Joe Flacco, let's not forget, they battled in that game at Green Bay and hung around. Give me the Bengals at home to pull off the upset over the Pittsburgh Steelers. Again, this means nothing for the season. Go ahead. Let it go. This means nothing for the Steelers. They're going to control this division because of the injuries, because of how bad these teams are. But this is what we just said it in the NFL, right? It's been a weird season with some of these games. Give me on a short week at home the Bengals to get the upset.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Well, look, I have to say I'm so disappointed in you, Dustin.
That's not the first time you said that, Jim.
Yeah. I know. I think I've probably said it 100 times over the last 15 years. But look, I just don't see it. I think this is one of those games. Look, the Bengals. I don't know.
I mean, did the Steelers really look that great against the Browns?
No,
I mean, let's be honest.
no. But I mean, look.
And the Steelers had the greatest quarterback in Pittsburgh history.
Yeah, Gene's favorite player in the NFL.
Well, look, hey, he's wearing my uniform. Look here. I mean, look, when you wear this, I got to roll with you. Okay, I know how I feel about Aaron Rodgers, but no, I think the team is gelling. The team is gelling. Their
defense is playing better.
Right, the defense is playing better. I mean, you just got to beat a bad team. I mean, look, it would be a monumental setback if they were to lose this game. I don't care how bad. I mean, this is a bad Bengals team. And I'm not
sure how much of a setback it would be. You're losing. You'll still be up by 2 games in the division.
Yeah, but I mean, still, I mean, the division games are always close. And they're always, you just can never underestimate the division, So I think they got to take care of business. And my pick is going to be Pittsburgh. Obviously, I got Pittsburgh winning this game and just kind of, building some momentum there in that division. So, guys, I got to go back here because Rachel had said something earlier here, so I want to make sure.
Let me just tell you, there's sometimes I wish that Jacob would switch seats and it's Rachel sitting there. I love you, Jacob. You're my guy. But Rachel brings it, and I just love the energy that she brings.
I'm not sure if what she was referring to. What was it? The sad Monday night
because of the Bills, we all missed those picks. Yeah.
She had the Commanders and the Bills.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure I understood which. I wanted to make sure I knew what she was talking about there. Okay. All right. So she's down. Okay.
She's down to host. See? So anytime Jacob, we need to get some plans for Jacob, and then we'll just slide Rachel right into the host.
It's gonna get better, Rachel. It's gonna get better. All right. So we got our first pick out of the way. So this next game here, guys. Look here.
Yeah.
I mean, the Rams and Jaguars meet at Wembley Stadium in London in Week 7 in the third and final London game of the 2025 season. Thank goodness. Los Angeles has a 2-2 record in international games, while Jacksonville, they're sort of the favorites over there in London. 7-6 all time there in the last 2 Wembley appearances there. So guys, Dustin, I mean, look, Rams are 4-2. Jacksonville's 4-2. So this is actually a good game. Too bad it's not on U.S. soil.
Yeah.
Who do you like?
Listen, I'll be the first to say I think I'm about done with the international games. I know it's only going to get bigger. It's only going to continue. And I used to like the early football game at 9:30 on my time to wake up and see some football. But what it takes away from the Sunday afternoon slate, the 4:25 games, when you only have 2 or 3 games in that afternoon slate. When you see 6 or 7 at 1 o'clock, we want to see 3, 4, 5 games at 4 o'clock. We want our whole Sunday to be full with action. So you throw that 9 a.m. game out there. I used to like it when it was 1, maybe 2 games, but now that we're going 5 weeks in a row, I'm just not a fan of it. I know it will continue, but I just wanted to throw it out there. With that being said, both of these 2 teams didn't impress me last week. I mean, the Rams got to win against the Ravens, but again, we've talked about the Ravens' struggles. It was only 17-3. The Jaguars, they really, really disappointed me because after coming off that huge win at home against Kansas City, to come at home, I know Seattle's a decent team, but to come back home and lay an egg when you had that momentum, that was a chance for you to step up and be on that same level with the Colts we were talking about and say, hey, we're a team that's going to be reckoned with. And a 4-2 record is still very good for Liam Coleman his first year. But that, to me, that was a disappointing performance at home. So these 2 teams aren't playing, to me, their best football, especially the Rams. I was really high on them going into this year, and I still am. So I'm looking for them to kind of find their stride. And, Jacob, you know me. I think both of y'all had Seattle, and I took Jacksonville last week because I saw what they did against the Chiefs, and I was like, man, this is really good from Jacksonville, and they lay an egg. So going to England, I'm taking the more veteran quarterback. I'm taking Matt Stafford. I'm taking the more veteran coach and Sean McVay. Close game, good game. Give me the Rams to get a win.
All right, Jacob.
Trevor Lawrence accidentally beat the Chiefs. The Jaguars are a quarterback away from being a substantially better team. I'm high on the Jags. I like the Jags, right?
They've got a lot in place.
They do. I'm just not high on Trevor. I hate that they lead the league in drops, right? I can't even blame it all on Trevor, and I don't like him very much. They lead the league in drop passes. I can't get behind the Jags, even if Puka doesn't play, right? He's questionable. It's up in the air. Sean McVay can't say whether or not he's going to play or if he's going to practice leading up to London. Like, what's going to end up happening here? I like the Rams more than Jacksonville. I just think that the Rams are a better team. I think their defense is better. I think the Jaguars' defense is more opportunistic, and that could lead to issues in game. But the Rams are the better team. The Rams are going to travel to London, and I think the Rams are going to win the game.
All right, guys, I'm gonna go against both of you in this one. I am worried that Puka is hurt, and you know, I mean, he has been very instrumental in that Rams offense through these 6 games that they have played, right? So, and I am going to lean to this sort of home cooking. I think the Jaguars do look forward to playing over there, or at least they used to. And Dustin, I'm also gonna agree with you. I know. Not only the NFL is just expanding in this. How about the NBA is looking forward to doing the same thing? I mean, I mean, wherever the money is, they're going to go after it. Okay, so we might as well get used to it. Yeah. But I am getting sick and tired of it for another reason too. I mean, it just makes for a long freaking day. Okay,
just do it for a couple of weeks. It doesn't have to be for 6 straight weeks.
And then I hate the fact that some home teams are just, you know, deprived of that game. I mean, if you're a season ticket holder of these teams for many, many years, you're losing out.
And if you're doing a 9:30 game and you're doing a doubleheader on Monday night, again, that takes away from your Sunday slate, which is supposed to be what the NFL is about.
Exactly, because the afternoon games. I mean, we're going to be down to like 1 game on us if they keep this up. But anyway, that being said, I'm going to take the Jaguars to win the home game in London.
And can we just, for a sec, we haven't talked about this in a couple of weeks. And again, I'm not sure how they're supposed to use them, but to take Travis Hunter 2nd overall, trade up to get him, and then he's just kind of in a complimentary role as a receiver. I'm not sure if that's what people had in mind for him coming into the league when they thought he was this superstar. Can he grow into this top receiver? Yes. I was in the belief that he should probably be like a top corner coming out of the league and then get some gadget plays here on offense. But it seems they're going the other route. And has he made a few plays here and there on offense? He has. But for a number 2 overall pick, I don't think he's made the splash that people were thinking he was going to make.
I agree with you on that, Dustin. But I mean, I still think it's dangerous now that we're 7 weeks into this and seeing how, I mean, look, this guy's getting hit. You know, he's doing the hitting, but he's getting hit on offense. I mean, so he's getting double the treatment in the locker room by the trainers than anybody on that team. So I just think I thought they were going to, you know, use his position based on the matchups and the teams that they would play against.
Yeah, and the ESPN article here is saying that they're eyeing a bigger offensive role for him. So it seems like they're all in on offense and receiver more so than they are a cornerback.
Well, yeah, because if you know you got to go out there and be a wide receiver, well, you just can't go out there and hit like you run a lot, you know, on defense, because you got to save some of that energy. Yeah. But anyway, I just think it's a bad idea. I think it's a gimmick thing. But I think in the end, this guy's going to be a wide receiver, and that's probably where he needs to be.
But all I'm saying is, and I know we got to move on, is him being a wide receiver, and he could be a good one. Does that justify trading up to take him at the number 2 overall pick? Remember, guys, we're talking about receivers don't really go top 3 or 4. Those are offensive linemen, quarterback, defensive ends. To get a receiver number 2 and to trade up for him, it's just almost like, was that worth it? I know it's way early. We're talking about 6 games, but it's just like right now, it's like, I don't know if that was worth it to trade all that away to go number 2.
No, not when you look back on it there.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Saints and Bears. Bears on a short week stole a win versus the Commanders on Monday Night Football. Anyway, hey, they are over 500. Okay, don't let the record is not misleading. They are 3-2 with a chance to go 4-2. We're talking about the Bears in the NFC North. Jacob Meadows are the Bears for real? And do you like them to win over the Saints?
I think the Bears are a year away. I think the Bears are good. I think the Bears are better. I think Ben Johnson's the best coach they've had in a good long while. I'm not going to call them legit. I do think they'll have a better record this season. Rachel took the Saints to win this game, and I'm on the fence super hard because it's a short week and they barely won. And their best player last week was a running back that I'm not super high on, DeAndre Swift. He played an incredible game against the Commanders. I don't think that you can turn around and play effectively at the running back position after the damage that he took against the Commanders. I think I'm going to side with Rachel. I think I'm going to take the upset here with the New Orleans Saints.
Wow. So this is going to be an upset?
I think Kellen Moore comes in, and I think he's going to be able to outcoach the beat-up Bears.
Graphic on the screen upset?
Oh, no, don't put upset of the week. I've got 5 more of those locked and loaded.
Wow.
So you don't want to
listen to that tease, Gene. 5 more.
Oh, so
wow.
So is this an upset or not?
I think they're going to upset the Bears, but
he's not putting the upset next to it.
You're not going official with this.
Correct.
All right, I got you. Okay.
No, I couldn't. Listen. I love Rachel. Love the pick. Jacob, I like you. I love Rachel, like you. Let's put it that way, all right? But I can't get on board with this. The Chicago Bears got to be riding high right now. You go to Washington, who, let's not forget, was an NFC title Super Bowl contender, get a win in primetime, and you get over 500, and you get to come back home and play the New Orleans Saints. I don't care if it's a short week or not. The Chicago Bears are going to be riding high. And I do want to say one thing. I've bashed the Saints so much this year. They are a bad football team. They're 1-5. But a little credit to Spencer Rattler because he has played better quarterback. He has looked good. Maybe they've found something a little bit there. We'll see what happens. But not enough to come in and stop Ben Johnson. Listen, Ben Johnson's finding his groove as a head coach.
Yeah.
And they get this win. They get to 4-2 against a bad Saints team. Gene, you know Chicago, boy. They are going to be jumping out of their seats. So give me the Bears to come back home and get a win.
Yeah, look, I tell you what, the Saints are a stubborn team. And let me tell you why I'm saying that, because why they are deciding to stick with Rattler is beyond me, okay? I think it's more than the time now is to put in the other guy. What's his name?
No. See, I think me and Jacob completely disagree with that.
No, I think it is. I mean, what are they doing? Look, you got one win out of 6 games to show what Rattler. I mean, come on now.
That's
got another
true,
quarterback
but
there.
they hung around with the Bills. They beat the Giants, who we see now as a better football team than we thought. And then they only lost by 6 to a Patriots team who beat the Bills. And if you look, again, I know the team's bad, but if you look at the box score, Spencer Rattler was 20 of 26 for 227 yards. And he's really taking care of the ball more. I don't think it's Rattler's fault. I just think it's a bad football team.
And then you are going with the guy who I know, Alvin Kamara, has been the franchise, but I mean, he's done. He's washed up.
I know. I do kind of agree with that.
I mean, I just think it's time you got to do something, Kellen Moore, to spark up your team there. And you either got to put in, was it Kendrick Miller, or you got to change your quarterback, one or the two. But I do like the Bears in this, and I do agree with you that if they win this game, man, watch out, NFC North. And the Bears were not one of the teams that we discussed early in the year.
I mean, I do agree with Jacob that they're a year away. But, again, I can't say enough to credit to Ben Johnson. As an 0-2 football team, as a first-year head coach, it's easy for that to get away and get sideways. And he got his team back on track, and now they've got a lot of momentum.
All right. Okay, moving it right along, guys. Look.
Oh, my gosh. Do we have to talk about this game?
I'm not asking for miracles. I'm just asking for a reason to sit through potentially 3 hours of watching grown men trip over their own damn feet. Give me something. A catchy slogan, a promise of at least one moderately impressive punt. Both teams, folks, are a combined 2-10. That's right. 2 wins out of 10 games. And basically, that's not even the graphic I wanted to put up there, guys. This is basically the way Browns fans feel about this game coming up Sunday. I mean,
what about Browns fans, NFL fans in general?
Yeah,
all right, let's go back to the 1-5 Miami Dolphins versus the 1-5 Cleveland Browns. I'm sorry. I mean, we have to cover every game. And Okay. I'm go-
I
I'm
actually have more to say about this game than I thought, Gene.
I'm gonna lock this game.
Oh,
I'm gonna lock this game.
Hold on, wait. You're locking a 1-5
I'm gonna
football
lock
team?
a 1-5 because this
Wow.
should be pretty easy, right? I'm gonna lock this game and I'm gonna give it to the Browns. Okay. I'm gonna give it to the Browns because look, we all saw what happened this week with Tua calling out his team. He has since then cleaned that up. But everyone knows that Mike McDaniel is basically a dead man walking. We have said that all along. We said that at the beginning of the year. We didn't know how things were going to turn out, but look how they turned out. I mean, this team is bad, and it's going to be interesting to see how now that he's called the team out. This team was bad even when it started with what's his name? Tyreek Hill had pretty much, I mean, it's just a bad team. And I don't think they're going to recover that quick. Tua said what he said. You can apologize, but he said what he said. The Browns' defense is still decent, okay? As long as you got Myles Garrett over there, I mean, they're going to wreak havoc on Miami. So I that's my lock for this game. Jacob?
Go ahead, Jacob.
Well, it's my favorite quote of the season. But if we keeping it a buck, this game is ass, man. I like the Browns. I love the Browns, but God bless. I'm also taking Cleveland in this because of the defense, because Miami's offensive line is bad, because Tua actually wills his team to losses week in and week out. I think the loss of Greg Newsome is going to kind of suck, but I think Tyson Campbell played adequately well in the first week with the Browns. So I like Cleveland to win this game.
Yeah, listen, I'm going to go ahead and agree with you across the board. We're all going to take the Browns. But the reason I said I have more to say about this game is because what you mentioned, Gene, the stuff that Tua said after the game, and I know he's walked it back now. I think he was trying to do the right thing by saying, hey, we need some more accountability. We need some leadership. But there's a way to do it, and that stuff needs to be handled privately and not in a press conference. And so I know that's why he's walking it back. But that just goes to show you how bad that locker room is right now and why Mike McDaniels probably is. And you know what? Not even Mike McDaniels. This might be the end of Tua in Miami as well. Like, this is a whole reset in Miami coming. And I was wrong about Indianapolis, completely wrong. I had them last. I was not wrong about the Miami Dolphins. I had them as one of the worst teams in the NFL, and that's what's happening. With that being, that's why I will take the Cleveland Browns. But one thing I will say about Cleveland, we are 1 to 2 weeks away of mediocre to bad performances from Dylan Gabriel before we see Shedeur Sanders on the football field. I know Shedor's got a lot of growing up to do, and I know his maturity-wise, but I've talked to people in Cleveland. I got close friends who follow the Browns. It's check down Charlie when it comes to Dylan Gabriel. They haven't seen any it's one thing to lose. They haven't seen any flashes from this guy. Yeah. And I know it's not a good football team, and it takes a few weeks. But if all he's going to do is check the ball down 5 yards, we can see that from Shedeur Sanders. So I'm telling you right now, if they somehow lose this game and Dylan Gabriel doesn't play well, we're going to see Shedeur Sanders sooner than you think. But with that being said, I think the Browns defense does enough to get a win.
Well, let me ask you this, Dustin, before we move on. How much better can Shedeur be if he has the same receiver? If Jerry Jeudy did not play for the Cleveland Browns, Dylan Gabriel would look better. Jerry Jeudy has
he's terrible
drops over the last couple of weeks. Why have been medium to deep plays? Like Dylan Gabriel's hitting the breadbasket perfect, and Jerry Jeudy's just like, nope. So,
I'm not blaming it on Dylan Gabriel. Like, again, I'm not sure any quarterback's going to look good in this situation. Joe Flacco didn't as a veteran. I'm just saying, you know how it works with fans, and Shedeur is the flashy name. And if it's not working right, there's going to be a lot of pressure to see that guy on the field.
It will be a lot of pressure.
Yeah,
even the Browns won't be able to fight it. I mean, they will be forced to make a change. So, all right, the next game is the Raiders 2-4 at the Chiefs 3-3. All right, the Chiefs are now 1 game out of first place in the AFC West. Impressive win over Detroit last Sunday, and the Raiders did get a win over the Titans. You have to beat those Titans, okay? And wow, all right, here we go. I was trying to see Bobby must have left because I was. Wait a minute. No, Bobby's always going to have
He's got to be in there somewhere.
He's got to be. All right, Bobby. Where? Okay, wait a minute. Yeah. Okay, there we go. All right, there we go.
Raider.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Jacob, who wins this?
Bobby, I'm sorry, brother. Kansas City. I haven't taken Kansas City these last couple of weeks. I didn't think they were going to beat the Lions. They're playing at Arrowhead, and I will say, the Raiders play so well in Arrowhead.
They really do.
I was high on Geno Smith. I got called out on the YouTube comments earlier this season by a guy who said I was high for picking the Raiders and saying they look good in week 1 or 2. And you know what? I must have been, because the Raiders kind of suck. I'm sorry, Bobby. Ashton Genie's coming into his own. I do love that. Geno Smith is a problem for the Raiders and not for anybody else. He's the best player for the opposing team most weeks. So give me Kansas City's elite defense. Give me Patrick Mahomes, and Rashee Rice comes back this week. Xavier Worthy's healthy this week. Like, it's the Chiefs are about to catch a bit of fire, and I think the Raiders are the sacrificial lamb this week.
Yeah,
Dustin.
Throw the lock. I have that written down. My bad. It's lock of the week.
Chiefs lock. Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
No, is that your lock?
Yeah, lock of the week for this one.
All right. Okay, let's do this. Let's get this going here. All right. We're going to lock it. There we go.
Well, go ahead and hit it one more time, Gene. Go ahead and hit it one more time.
Oh,
go ahead and hit it one more time because I'm locking it in as well. I mean, I was the only one to take the Chiefs last week at home. I know they're 3-3, but the last few weeks, even in one of the losses, you can see that Patrick Mahomes is starting to become Patrick Mahomes a little more. I think it's 4 straight games with like a rushing TD and a passing TD. That's like a franchise record for the Chiefs. Like, Patrick Mahomes is still Patrick Mahomes. And I said this last week, Jacob, the fact that they're 3-3 and they've had a mediocre start to the season and they're 1 game behind the division lead, they have to be licking their chops that they're right there to try to win this division. This division's wide open. Even the Raiders at 2-4 are only 2 games behind. This is going to be a close division. And I will say what you said, Jacob. This is a rivalry game that's normally pretty close no matter where it's played, and the spread is 12.5. That's a lot.
Raiders
cover. That's a lot of points. But I am locking it in. I loved what I saw from Kansas City against Detroit last week, who is a juggernaut. How about Hollywood Brown, 2 touchdowns? I mean, you get Xavier Worthy scoring. Now you get Rice back. Pacheco seems to be playing a little better. I just think that the Chiefs are starting to find their stride, and they're going to keep it rolling. So I'll lock it in with the Chiefs win this week.
Okay, I'm not going to lock it in, and I do think KC is going to win. I'm not so much worried about Rice coming back because if you guys recall, he is still coming off a major injury.
It'll take a while, yeah.
So, just having weapons out there and having them on the field.
It's morale.
KC has a lot of weapons now. All of a sudden, Mahomes can just, pick his poison, so to speak. They are looking a lot better. And look, I'm still going. What'd you say, Dustin?
They're gonna win the division.
I don't think so. I'm still not willing to give them the division. I'm not so fast on this. I mean, yeah, they're looking good. They're looking okay. They're looking good. I'm just not going there yet. They're still looking up at Denver and the Chargers. Okay, so I mean, and I know the Chargers are hurting at the running back position. But I'm going to take KC to take care of the Raiders, and I damn sure don't like that 12-point spread.
That's a lot for a rivalry.
And I wouldn't be surprised if the Raiders go in there. But Geno is just playing so horrible now.
Yeah, put the comment up that Bobby said. Geno is terrible. I mean, I don't think anybody thought they were going to give him 3 years, $75 million, and he was going to come in and turn the ball over and look worse than when they had who they have? Jimmy Garoppolo, Aiden McConnell. I mean, like, he hasn't looked better than any of those guys.
Yeah, if Geno was just, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if it's true, and I'm sure you guys heard about the fact that one of the reasons why Amari Cooper retired was that he saw Geno in practice and just said, "The hell with it," They do.
Well, I have to ask you, Jacob and Gene, like. Look, there's my guy, Adam Couch. I had dinner with tonight. Look at him. That's what I'm talking about. We're going to get to that. I appreciate that, Adam. Listen, but I want to real quick about the Raiders. One thing. You got Pete Carroll. How old is he, Gene? What's he in his 70s?
Oh yeah, he's up
If
there.
Geno's not the answer, right, and you have to reset at quarterback, what's the plan? Is Pete Carroll really going to sit through a reset to get a young QB? What's the plan?
I don't know.
Philly into BOC to take over for Pete when Pete leaves. They got the kid from North Dakota State that Tom Brady had selected. There is a progression timeline here.
I hope you're right, Jacob, because I just don't see it. I don't see it at all. All right, moving right along, guys. Philadelphia at Minnesota. Super Bowl champs have lost 2 in a row. The offense appears to be struggling, although the offensive coordinator, Kevin Petula, says it's not just one thing, it's a combination of things with the offense. Meanwhile, without J.J. McCarthy, the Kevin O'Connell and the Vikings are only 1 game out of first place in the NFC North. I mean, this is a pretty good game, guys. 4-2 versus 3-2. Minnesota at home, still competitive, thanks to Philadelphia, fumbling things there over the last couple of games here. Dustin, I mean, who do you like in this game?
I don't know.
Who's playing?
I don't know who I like, Gene. I'm still haven't picked mine yet as I talk this out, because Minnesota is banged up at quarterback, not just JJ.
Yeah.
Carson Wentz is banged up. Now, Carson Wentz was back at practice, and so was JJ McCarthy. It sounds like Wentz was doing more at practice than McCarthy was. McCarthy was still limited, but it's at home. We know how they play in Minnesota and Philly. I'm not trying to press the panic button. Like I said with the Bills, I'm saying the same thing with the Eagles. But can we be honest for a second? They got their ass whooped against the New York Giants. Let's just be completely honest. It wasn't a close game. They got dominated. And that's just kind of eye-opening when you're a Philly fan who's not used to that. And you're right, that offense is kind of off the map now. I'm taking the Eagles. I'm going to take the more veteran seasoned pedigree team, Carson Wentz. I would think that defense can slow them down a little bit. I mean, you got to get back on track. You go 4-3, and now this division's wild. You let the Giants in the division. You let the Commanders in the division. Cowboys are down there. You let everybody back in this division if you don't win this game. Here's the fault. I know everybody talks about the offense and not getting A.J. Brown involved. I'm sorry, A.J. Brown. I love you as a player, but feed the damn ball to Saquon Barkley. How hard is it? Run the ball. Play defense. Don't worry about. I know you can still get them involved. I'm taking the Eagles to hope they get back to their roots. Jalen Hurts running some, Saquon Barkley. I don't know if it'll be pretty, but I'm taking the Eagles to get a win.
You gonna lock it?
I'm not locking it, but I don't feel confident about the Eagles right now. But I'm gonna take their pedigree and being the defending champs to say, hey, we're gonna find a way to get this right this week.
Jacob Meadows.
Gene, throw that lock up on the screen.
Ooh. I knew it was coming. You said you had 5 of them, man. I'm counting here. What's going on?
He's got locks up. You might as well just leave the graphic every time.
For the rest of the games we got, huh?
I'm taking Philadelphia in this one, and it's a disgusting pick, and it took me forever to actually land on it. Yeah. I just think because Carson Wentz is banged up, and I don't know if y'all saw Bleacher Report it was either Bleacher Report or Shefty had one up earlier that J.J. McCarthy could miss a few more weeks, that, he's looking for second opinions now. His ankle isn't much of an ankle anymore. At this point, I think they're lying about his injury to keep him off the field. Minnesota needs to pull one of the greatest trades of all time and trade for a guy like Sam Darnold. I think he could win in that system, and I think he could take Minnesota to the next level. No,
Mac Jones.
But hey, Mac Jones. But so Saquon hasn't been good the last couple of weeks. They need to hand the ball to somebody who can get positive yards on the ground. But I think Philadelphia is going to start putting it together. I think their passing game is going to start clicking. It's got to, or they're going to. They'll be third place in their division, like I thought Kansas City was going to be this year. So it's more on potential than anything. But I think after 2 losses in a row, I think Philadelphia is pissed off. And I think that their
defense also needs to wake up.
Their defense kind of sucks.
That's true.
Slow. They look slow on the field.
You're not going to win games with Jalen Carter on the sidelines, right?
Right.
Yeah,
exactly.
Right. You've got him. Nakobe Dean just came back last week. So I think Philadelphia is going to put it together. And I do think that they go into Minnesota and beat the Vikings.
No way they want to lose to their former quarterback, Carson Wentz, and go 4-3, right?
No, they don't. And I'm going to pick Philly to get back on track here. I mean, look, the attention is on them, and this is the way it's going to be. You know, you're the defending champs, right?
Yeah.
And I said when they lost that first game and everyone was giving them a hard time, I'm like, okay, it's just one game. They are still the defending champs. But you go back to back, and it's not that you're losing game, it's how you're losing these games. And when the offense is struggling, look now, I mean, it's a different year. You don't expect, you know, Saquon to just run up and down the field like he did last year. I mean, come on, give defenses credit. People are watching film out there. Folks are just not going to let you run all over them. So I get that part. I mean, I didn't think Rico Dowdle was going to, you know, go for
absolute.
I mean, look here. I mean,
he's about to be the league in rushing.
Yeah, I know. I mean, you know, so, but I still think they get it together, and I think it's going to take that offense. I mean, they still have a potent offense, and I think I think we see the old Eagles this week against Minnesota. You got to take advantage of them if they got two banged up quarterbacks, right? So I got the Eagles winning this game. All right, where are we at? Oh Lordy, here we go. Carolina at New York Jets. The 3-3 Panthers. I say again, the 3-3 Panthers riding the 2-game win streak. Dustin, when was last time we said that 3-3?
It's been a while.
Okay.
I think it's the first time they've been 500 since this late in the season. Since I think they said, I don't know. It's been like 2018. I mean, it's been a long time.
It's been a while. I don't know what to say about the Jets that I haven't already said. I posted on social media last Sunday that they should have stayed in London, right? Yeah. This team is just – finish the sentence, Jacob.
Use the Cam Ward quote. There you go. Yeah.
Keeping it a buck.
Yeah.
All right. Look. I'm trying to help these guys get a win here, okay? So let me just go ahead and start this off.
Don't do it.
I am trying, Dustin, and I know. Wait a minute. Let me go back. Let me go back here. I'm trying to find where's your guy, Dustin? I'm trying to find him. Did he leave us?
No, he's in there. He's got it as a lock, and he's got the Panthers as a 3-game win streak. He's in there.
Okay, I know. I'm trying to. We got so many comments here, man. I tell you what. Okay, wait a minute. We.
There it is.
All right, there we go. Okay, so look now, I'm going the opposite here. All right, I am going. This has to be my upset.
It
has to be my upset because look, guys, they have to win a game. The Jets have to win a game, and I think this nothing against Carolina, of course. You know, I respect the Carolina people. You know that, Dustin. I love Charlotte. I love Carolina. So, but I'm just trying to help the Jets people win. I don't want to see anyone jumping off the Statue of Liberty this weekend. I'm trying to help those guys get a win. So this is my upset pick of the week.
Go ahead, Jacob.
Hey, so how much does it take to buy the copyright to the song For Whom the Bell Tolls? Because I wish we could play it right here. Because Gene, throw that upset graphic back on.
Oh Lord, we're going to whoa, say it ain't so.
All right, For Whom the Bell Tolls. Carolina looks good. Carolina looks very good for all intents and purposes, and the Jets are awful. They are actually the worst team in the league. But you don't go for -10 net yards passing and then bounce back the next week and do bad again, because that's how you never play again in the NFL. I think Justin Fields has a much better day. I think Garrett Wilson gets it going. I think Breece Hall is going to.
Garrett Wilson's not playing. He's out for 3 weeks.
Oh, I missed that. Oh, no. Doesn't matter. I still think the Jets are going to get it. That actually, if I would have known that, probably wouldn't have gone with this. But upset of the week, I don't know how I missed that update.
-10 passing yards, and now you're without Wilson.
Oh, doesn't matter, because Aaron Glenn is going to get his first dub at home against the Carolina Panthers.
You know what's funny? At first, I was mad about this, but the fact that Gene is picking an upset, if I go back to the last 2 weeks, he picked Baltimore to upset the Rams. How did that go? He picked the Bengals to upset the Lions. How did that go?
Broken clock.
So I'm feeling pretty good about this. And Jacob, you can say Justin Fields is going to have a good day, but do I need to go back and quote one of your texts that says Justin Fields may just suck? How about that? He may just suck. All right. And the Jets may just suck. Now, let me just say this for the record. and I know this is probably going to be a short, Gene, because I'm going on a rant here. This game does scare the hell out of me. This is a perfect situation for the Panthers, who have been bad the last 6 or 7 years, to have momentum and then go in and lose to a team who's winless. So I'm not going to sit up here and act all cocky like this is a lock. This game scares the hell out of me. But what I will say is, you said it. The Jets are just the worst of the worst teams in football. And I know teams have to win a game at some point, but you're not going to win a game throwing for negative 10 yards passing. And let me tell you one thing. The Panthers have probably the top 5 or 10 run defense in the NFL right now, which is a surprise to most people. So Justin Fields is going to have to throw the football. That's a recipe for disaster without Garrett Wilson. Bryce Young looked good. Rico Dowdle looked great again. Chuba Hubbard is coming back this week. Jalen Coker is coming back this week. Jadavian Sanders, their starting tight end, is coming back this week. The Panthers are getting healthy at 3-3. Give me the Panthers to get a win.
Well, I mean, hey, I get it, but it's the NFL, and anything can happen on any given Sunday.
Yeah, except for the Bengals beating the Lions and the Ravens beating the Rams, right?
And I tell you what, if this goes down, oh yes, we're gonna have an extended show.
We are
just that pick alone.
You know what? And if Garrett Wilson was in the game, I'd feel even worse about the game. But the fact that you throw for negative 10 yards and your number one receiver is out, that's danger. That's danger.
Jacob, how did you not know?
How did I miss that? Is he?
Don't know.
Hurt, huh?
What?
He's out a few weeks. Pretty much is what they said. It's a few weeks.
What happened?
It's something with the knee, hyperextended knee.
I did see that. I just didn't realize. I guess I could have put 2 and 2 together there. Yeah. But
Jacob, I'll give you one more chance to change that pick.
I have to commit to.
Oh.
All right. All right, guys.
I'll try to give you a chance, Jacob.
I would, but I've got to commit for the show.
After his,
you can flip like Gene. Go ahead.
Huh?
You guys ready? He can be a flipper like Gene. He can change his pick.
No changing. We locked in.
All right, it's locked. Here we go. Moving on.
All right. After his controversial firing, Mike Vrabel and the 4-2 New England Patriots are heading to Tennessee to take on the 1-5 Titans. The Titans are a horrible team, guys. 1-5 speaks for itself. I'll make this quick for myself. I'm taking the New England Patriots.
Go ahead, Jacob.
Oh, Dustin must have an upset on this one.
So, and that's a lock too, by the way.
All right, throw it up there real quick.
I almost forgot all about that, guys. So that is my lock there. Jacob?
Drake May is the top 3 quarterback of the league right now. He's in a short list of players.
Top 3? Wow.
Yeah. Well, no, like statistically speaking, he's a short list of people who have had a QBR as high as his for as long as he's had it. Like it's literally just a throw out, right? I think the Patriots win this game. I'm not saying Drake May is Patrick Mahomes by any length, but
he's good.
He's playing great ball right now. If the running back would stop fumbling it, that team would actually be really well rounded on offense. The Tennessee Titans have looked better in weeks. They just fired Brian Callahan, which I think is going to be a big deal. Patriots win. I'm taking the Patriots to win this one.
If they wouldn't have just fired their coach, I would have locked it in like Gene. I think the Patriots win this game. I won't lock it in because we've seen weird things happen after a coach gets fired and the team knows they're playing for their job. So I won't lock it in. But the Patriots, I said this last week when they played the Saints, and it was close. It was 25-19. But if you're trying to take over this division from the Bills, these are games you can't lose. And you're at 1-5 Tennessee. I like what Drake May's doing. Give me the Patriots. I just hope that for the Titans' sake, they can find a coach that can come in here and build Cam Ward up, because I do think he's a number one talent. Last thing I'll say, let's not forget, this is a revenge game for Mike Vrabel going against the team that fired him. So I would lock it in if it wasn't for the coach being fired, but New England gets the win.
Yeah, I mean, but the team is just bad. That's why I get it that, when you shake up something here, especially in week 6, I don't know why they didn't. I mean, sometimes and that's why I laugh at some of these coach hirings. Look, I met Callahan's father, 20-something years ago when he was coaching the Raiders, and his father was put in an unusual situation when John Gruden had led that Raiders team, that got him where he got him, and then he went over to the Buccaneers and basically let Callahan with that team. Callahan could do nothing against John Gruden. Gruden knew that team, but I just never thought Callahan or his son were just good coaches. I mean, some guys are just not good. They might be good at position coaches or, but I never, like North Turner, guys, we talked about him a lot. Some guys just don't make good coaches, so head coaches. All right, moving right along here. How about we go with the next game here, and that's going to be New York Giants at Denver Broncos. For some reason, guys, I think this is going to be a really good game to watch. You got Jackson Dart versus Bo Nix. Denver leads the NFL with 30 sacks this season. They had 29 against Justin Fields last Sunday. No, I'm just kidding. But it seems like they did. Dustin, who you like in this one?
There's a lot of games I don't know where to pick tonight, guys. I'm just telling you what. I know y'all are high on the Broncos, 4-2. They have bounced back. They've won 3 in a row.
They don't look good.
But none of them, I mean, besides, I will say coming back in the Eagles going for 2, none of them look impressive. I mean, how did the Jets throw for negative 10 yards and you only win by 2 points? Like, I'm not really sure what's going on there. This, to me, this is going to be a short, Gene. This is a what the hell pick of the day. Put the upset up. I'm going to probably lose a pick here. I'm in first place. I got some stuff to play with.
We took the Jets.
The Giants showed me something. Y'all took the Jets. I'm taking the other New York team. The way Jackson Darts played, I said it a couple weeks ago. They had to find a way to give Cam Scatterbo the ball more, and look what's happened. They are bringing energy to this football team. And I know it was at home, and they dominated the Philadelphia Eagles, but I think with their defense and what they're doing, Broncos offense has not been that good. Their defense is very good. I like the Giants to keep it rolling and go get a win in Denver. Give me the upset.
Okay. Jacob?
I'm going to take the Broncos here. I have to believe in them, right? I took them for their division.
You did.
However, I will say, one, Bojangles Nixon has not delivered on any promises, right? Like, he does not look great this year. That Denver offense, Dustin said it perfect. That Denver offense is not as good as it should be by any stretch of the imagination, right? Troy Franklin is underwhelmed. Cortland Sutton is underwhelmed. But their tight end, Noah Fant's gone, right? It's another guy. But so
it's Evan Ingram now, who hasn't done a lot.
Who I drafted and then cut because he was underwhelming. It's Denver's offense is not exactly the locomotive that I expected it to be. I do think that Denver is going to be the better team here because of their defense.
Their defense is great.
The Giants' defense is great. Yeah. The Giants' defense is very, very good. That front seven is nasty. I just think that Denver has the one up here. I do think that they have the better head coach, right? And that pains me to say so much because I hate Sean Payton. But I like Denver Broncos. I think Bojangles Nixon has a pretty good game here. He'll throw for over 250. If you're looking at prop bets, I do think that Bojangles is going to throw well. The Giants secondary is not very good. Give me Denver.
I take Denver also, and I think Sean Payton's not going to play around. Look, that was an ugly game last week over in London. 13-11, Jets tried. Jets should have won, actually, right? So, but they didn't. They know they stole the game over in London. They're back home in Power Field, Mile High, whatever you want to call it. They get the win, and they improve to 5-2 because they know the Chiefs are breathing down their back. Yeah. So they're gonna.
I mean, it's year 2 with these quarterbacks. We've talked about it. I mean, there's kind of a little bit of a step back in year 2. Not that they're not good, but we looked at C.J. Stroud. Jaden Daniels is still very good, but he hasn't exploded like he did in year 1. And now Bo Nix is how do these guys adjust, like you said, Gene, after they get tape on these guys and are able to game plan a little bit.
All right, guys. The next game we have here is going to be. Ooh, I like this game here. You got the 5-1 Indianapolis Colts at SoFi Stadium to take on the Los Angeles Chargers 4-2. Don't have a lot of notes on this one. I just know that look, we didn't think that the Colts were for real. They are. Danny Dimes is getting it done. I mean, this team is focused. And guys, during the preseason, I said this, and they lost their owner, and teams, react differently. That Robert Irsay meant a lot to the Indianapolis Colts, and quietly I think the team is expressing this in their own way. But I think getting Daniel Jones, I mean, look, man, they made a decision also to bench Anthony Richardson, who, by the way, is not even going to be available to be a backup, right? Didn't he have an accident on the field or something other? So that's kind of interesting. But look, this is a good matchup here because I also think this could be, look, the Colts, they lead the NFL in what points per game. All right. They also have the best record in the AFC.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, look, I think we could see these two teams in January in the playoffs. So, Jacob, who do you like?
Everything I'm about to say is probably the reason why it doesn't happen, right? But you go back to last week, right? The Chargers almost lose to Miami. Why? Miami had one player that was just so phenomenal and so impossible to stop. It was Devon Achane. There is only a few backs in the league that I would say are comparable in explosion and power and speed and the ability to score on a large play. And Jonathan Taylor leads that list, right? I think JT has an absolute field day against this Los Angeles defense. Their run defense isn't great. And Jonathan Taylor is top of his game right now. Jalen Waddle also had a big game, comparable to Jalen Waddle. Michael Pittman, he's Jalen Waddle with a better route tree, right? And I'm not high on Pittman, but I do think that the skill sets, it's equal for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to take the Colts to win this one. I don't know. I think Los Angeles is losing their top two running backs, Omari and Hampton being out, and then Najee Harris also being out.
Oh, it hurts.
The run game is their bread and butter, and I don't care what happened last week. I took the wrong LA running back in free agency and fantasy.
Hey, that guy ran wild.
Fidel was good in Denver.
Yeah.
Right? He looked good last week, but without their guys, Los Angeles offense seems to have lost a step, and I hate that because Justin Herbert looks great. Their passing game looks really good. Quentin Johnson's banged up still. So you have Vlad McConkey, who admittedly has had 2 good weeks in a row, and then you have Keenan, who is just the beacon of what it means to be an NFL player. Give me the Indianapolis Colts.
Didn't the Chargers have what's his name?
No, that's the Rams. Blake
No,
Corum.
but I thought the Chargers had him though.
Mm-mm.
I thought the Chargers had drafted him and did. Now I could be wrong, but I don't know.
Yeah, he went to the other LA.
So
team.
he went to okay.
Harbaugh
Gotcha.
wanted him, but he ended up going to the other LA team. Yeah.
Well, but Jacob, you are so right. Harbaugh didn't have a backup plan with the running backs. I mean, but who does have a backup plan when you get deep into? I mean, you might be able to say, okay, your RB1 goes down, RB2 steps up, but when you lose, this is the first year we've seen RB1, RB2, your wide receiver 1, wide receiver 2 go down, and this has been a crazy year. So, man, but that did hurt the Chargers. Dustin, I got the Chargers. Well, I take that back. I got Indy.
Look at that flip.
I had LAC. But then I changed it to Indy because of the same, because of the running backs. Without a running game, an efficient running game to get them going, I just don't know how. Indy is running on all cylinders. So I got to go with Indy to win this game.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a good game. I think what you said, we'll probably see these two teams again in January. They are playoff teams. Let's not forget that Indy had a close game against the backup quarterback in Jacoby Brissett and the Cardinals last week. I mean, the Cardinals were leading that game for a lot at Indy. So, that doesn't take anything away from them. That just says, hey, that they are vulnerable at some spots. I'm taking the Chargers. I just think at home, I think the backup running back ran well. Let's not forget that Khalil Mack has been designated to return from IR. I don't know if he'll play this week, but he's back at practice. That would be a big boost. And I just think kind of what you said, Gene, with the Chiefs coming on, with the Broncos winning 3 in a row, the Colts could lose this game and still maybe have control of the AFC South. I just think this is a bigger game for the Chargers at home, so I'll take the Chargers to get a win.
This is our first game getting to see Odafe Owe there as well.
Yeah.
They traded Baltimore for Owe.
Yeah.
That could be huge as well.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Moving right along here. This is going to be a good one also. It has upset written all over it, right? So you got Green Bay at Arizona. I think it's an upset in the making. Just saying here. For some reason, you got the 3-1-1 versus 2-4. I don't know. For some reason, Green Bay, I guess after that tie thing, I don't know. I'm just not as sold on Green Bay anymore. And Arizona is due for a win. That being said, who do you like, Jacob?
I hate picking Green Bay games.
I know you do.
Well, it might as well.
Yeah, I'm kind of waiting to see what you do, and then maybe just go the opposite because you're always wrong about Green Bay.
Well, so the thing is, right? Josh Jacobs is a menace, right? Like he's playing incredibly well. Yeah, I have him in my other league. I can live vicariously through you for our league, but like Josh Jacobs has looked phenomenal, right? So Jordan Love doesn't have to do that much. Jordan Love is also playing well. Romeo Doubs is playing well. You also have Dontavius Wicks out there, and it's just one of those things where Green Bay's offense looks good, which when they look good, they suck when I take them, and I don't understand it. But I am taking Green Bay to win this game, right? I think that their defense is going to give Arizona's offense fits, if I'm not mistaken, which I could be. But Kyler's out again, right? Jacoby
I
Brissett,
think so.
Yeah, Jacoby Brissett is still starting, and I like Jacoby Brissett.
He plays well.
Career, yes. Green Bay is going to beat Arizona.
I'll keep this one pretty quick. I do see what you're saying, Gene. Kind of a weird game going out west. But again, if the Packers are going to be who they say they're going to be and be in this NFC North conversation with Detroit and now Chicago creeping up, this is a game they got to win, especially if Kyler Murray doesn't play. So give me the Packers to get a win, and I'll keep it moving.
All right. I got Green Bay too, so we're gonna make it unanimous there. All right, the next game we have, guys, is going to be, let me remove that one and put the Washington Commanders at the Dallas Cowboys. Washington realized they let one get away on Monday Night Football. Dallas is pissed that they let one get away in Carolina.
That makes me smile every time you say that, Gene.
We have two pissed off teams in the NFC East facing each other in Dallas. Dustin, who you like?
Yeah, that makes me happy. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. That's one of the bigger wins Carolina's had, especially since Dave Canales has taken over. And if you don't know from being here in Carolina, before the Panthers became a team in '95, most fans around here were Cowboys fans. So there's a lot that live in this city. So that was just fun to see them people go home crying on Sunday. So big game, Jane. This is the one I talked about at the start of the show where we're in week 7, and this is where you kind of get to, hey, it's time to buckle up because a loss could send you down the wrong path. And the Cowboys lose, they go 2-4-1. The Commanders lose, they go under 500. Like,
yeah,
these are two teams out of this entire slate this weekend that really need a win. And the one thing I will say about Dak Prescott, I saw it in Carolina watching that game. It's almost like he's having a season like Joe Burrow had last year, where he's putting up the numbers and he's playing an MVP level, but because of his defense, he's not going to get really any talk about or any accolades. And I mean, I'm not a Cowboys fan, but that's just the truth about it. Dak Prescott's playing damn good football. With that being said, I watched that defense last week. Rico Dowdle was getting 6 or 7 yards before they even touched him, and they did it every down on first and second down. It didn't matter. They knew it was coming, and they couldn't stop it. The Commanders with Jaden Daniels and his legs and your boy Bill on your fantasy team, they need to pound the rock. And the Commanders, if they want to be a team like they were last year to be in contention, they need to go and beat a bad Dallas team. When I say bad, I mean bad defense. So I'm taking the Commanders to get a win on the road because I truly feel like this is – it's hard to say in week 7, but this is a desperation game for both teams, but I think it's more desperate for Washington, who had even higher expectations than the Cowboys did this year.
Jacob.
Throw the upset graphic on the screen.
Oh, boy.
Don't do it. Don't do it, Jacob.
I am.
Don't do it.
Throw it up.
I'm trying to save you. Don't do it. Don't do it, Jacob.
Dallas's defense is abysmal. I texted AJ during this game. We were talking about.
Oh, you did?
Dak is playing near MVP level. Everything Dustin said was right. Like, Dak is playing lights out, and it
Pickens.
just doesn't matter. Yeah, Pickens looks amazing. CD might be back this week, right? And the Dallas's offense is a work of art. Their defense is bottom 3, right? They're very bad. This is a home game. Commanders coming off of a bad loss to Chicago that they didn't deserve to lose. Thank God they did. Made me look good. But the Commanders it's going to be a good game. This is going to be decided by field goal, I think. And I think the Cowboys are going to be the one that gets it. Give me the Cowboys to win this game.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
Hey,
I mean, again, Dallas is playing that good offensively.
Yeah.
Rachel said don't do it.
Yeah, I know. She gave me crap about it when I was like,
and I didn't even mention the North Texas game last week, Jacob. I'm being nice.
Hey, it was good up until halftime. It was a great game. They muffed that punt at the end of the first half, and then everything went sideways afterwards. But
I don't think Adam likes your pick either.
Nobody's on board. So if you hit this, Jacob, you'll look good, but nobody's on board. Jacob, I mean, Gene, are you on board?
Why hell no. I am going with the Washington Commanders and my boy Bill to get this done.
I don't need Bill to have a good game, Gene, because I'm playing you in fantasy
I
this week.
need Bill to go off here. Jacob, your pick is pretty much like the guy who just hit the solo home run in the AFC East
to make it 12-3.
Yeah, I mean, it's so freaking meaningless right now. All right,
it's only a 1.5 point spread. So,
oh my goodness. Okay, let's move it right along here. We have the Atlanta Falcons. Man, they are going.
How do the Falcons get so many primetime games? I just want to know.
Yeah, have you noticed that?
It's the Kyle Pitts effect.
They but they got to go on the road here. So Atlanta's Bijan Robinson with 22 scrimmage yards, and San Francisco's Christian McCaffrey with 780 lead the NFL in scrimmage yards. I mean, so this is going to be a pretty good matchup here on paper. So big win for Atlanta, and the question is, can they make it 2 in a row? They're going to play the 49ers. So now here's the deal. They say that Pearsall and Jennings and Kittle, all of those guys will practice this week and possibly could play Sunday. If that's the case, that could be huge for the 49ers. And Brock Purdy is ready to go. So now that could create all sorts of interesting things there since Mac Jones has been playing so well. Dustin, man, this is all of a sudden a pretty good game here.
Yeah.
This matchup is going to be pretty good. Who you like?
Yeah, it's a good game. It'll be interesting to see who the 49ers get back. George Kittle, I think, is supposed to be back. Juwan Jennings said he's playing with like 5 broken ribs and an ankle injury. I mean, it's crazy that he's playing through that. It's going to be interesting to see who starts at quarterback because Purdy's back at practice, but it sounds like he's still limited and Mac Jones is doing more than Purdy. To be honest with you, if I'm a 49ers fan, I'd rather see Mac Jones still be back out there. I know they lost to Tampa Bay, but that was a close game. So unless Brock Purdy is 100% and you feel good about rolling him back out there, I'm fine with rolling with Mac Jones again. The Falcons a good win for some reason, and maybe it's just because they're a rival of the Panthers. I'm trying not to be that way. I'm trying to put my analyst cap on, but I still don't see enough for them to show me something week in and week out. You know, you going back out West Coast, I'm taking the 49ers to get a win, especially if they get Kittle back here. And Penix, I mean, there was a couple of times he had a chance to close out that game against the Bills, and he almost made some mistakes. So I like what 49ers are doing. It was a tough loss against Tampa Bay. Give me the 49ers to get a win this week. And, Gene, I want to give you some credit because Jacob tried to get you to go on a rant by saying Kyle Pitts' name, and you did a good job by not taking the bait and going off on Kyle Pitts. So good job.
Nah, come on, Jacob. You got to try a little bit harder, man.
Give me the 49ers, though.
And give me the 49ers, too. That's one reason why I didn't say his name, because I knew that I was picking the 49ers in this. And not because these guys potentially are coming back here. I'm with you on Mac Jones. I think he should stay the quarterback. Yeah. They are at home. But man, look, they defense, man, Fred Warner, what a, I mean, they just
we didn't mention that. That's brutal.
They continue to get beat up, man. But I just got to think at home, this is a long trip and it's a short week for the Falcons. And this is why, and then, I mean, look, you got the one man wrecking crew in McCaffrey. I just think it could be a close, it could come down to a field goal, right? So
even without Warner, that defense should slow down Robinson.
They should. So I take the 49ers at home. What you got, Jake?
So I was very 50-50 on this game. I'm not going to lie. The 49ers are banged up, but when I saw that all the injuries, all the guys were coming back on offense, that was huge because it does change the game. I think Fred being gone for the rest of the season, allegedly, but yeah, he's definitely
he's out for the season.
Yeah, he's a donor.
Fred gone, I think that's a hole on defense you can't actually fill, right?
Yeah,
like you can try, but Fred Warner is, in my opinion, the best inside linebacker in the league right now. I was going to take Atlanta to upset San Francisco, but I am going to take the Niners here just because, I mean, the news came out that Brock Purdy is more limited than Mac Jones, right?
Yeah.
Mac's the better quarterback right now, and arguably anyways. But if Mac Jones playing with the likes of George Kittle, if Ricky Pearsall's back, if CNC's still healthy, which I mean CMC's been the stalwart of health.
Been good, yeah.
Yeah. So give me the 49ers to win this game. Yeah.
Rachel's going against you, it looks like.
She's going against all of us.
Yeah, she is. Yeah.
Falcons.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a little note of that.
Okay. All right, guys.
Gene's favorite doubleheader Monday Night Football.
Oh yeah. This is where I fall apart here, guys. So here's the deal now, and this is interesting here. This Monday night matchup here, guys. Let me drop a little nugget here for you. Did you know that since 2023, the top two players in passing yards and touchdown passes in the NFL are Detroit's Jared Goff and Baker Mayfield?
How about that?
Jared Goff, 10,594 yards. Baker Mayfield, 10,083 yards. So, and guess who's going to be playing in the first Monday night game? It will be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 5-1 at the Detroit Lions 4-2. It just seemed like the Lions haven't played at home at all, right? I mean, I'm just saying they get a home game here, and I was told that we should put some respect on the Lions name there, and because it just don't seem like they're getting that respect. So anyway, guys, this is a monumental matchup. This could be, and we've seen these teams have played. They are familiar with each other. They have played each other in the playoffs, and they might be playing each other again in the playoffs. Jacob, man, who you like in this monumental matchup?
I like Detroit in this one. I've been a Tampa guy all season. Ibuka's doubtful, and Bucky Irving's still out. And Detroit's coming off of a beatdown by Kansas City. They're at home. The Buccaneers are banged up right now. The Bucs can afford to lose this one and still make a push for the postseason. So I think that this game is going to mean a lot more to the Lions, and I'm going to take Detroit to win this game.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say it again. I hate to say it, Gene. You know how I feel kind of about Baker and how it went in Carolina, but he's the MVP of the NFL right now. I mean, let's just be completely honest. That scramble he had on 3rd and 12 last week was ridiculous. And he's just got that moxie and that grit, and he's making plays in the fourth quarter. Ibuka being out's huge. I mean, the guy's been not only one of the best rookies, but one of the best receivers in the NFL this year, so that's huge. This is going to be. I mean, they're favored, so it's not like I'm doing a big jump, but this is going to be my first test. I'm 9-0 on locks, and this is going to be my first one where put the lock up on the screen because I'm locking in the Detroit Lions. So, I mean, it's kind of a gamble against a 5-1 football team, but I'm going to put my undefeated locks to the test this week, and I am taking the Detroit Lions at home. They got to stay in a front-runner position for this NFC North that everybody's coming from. And with the injuries, I just think, and especially coming off a loss on primetime last week, they're going to be looking for some revenge. So give me the Lions, lock it in to get a win at home on Monday Night Football.
All right. Let's see here.
Oh, boy.
Oh, no.
No, that's the Toronto just hit another home run. I'm sorry.
Oh, man, they're opening up a can right now.
No, yeah, it's so this has got to be the worst ALCS. And I know Seattle Mariners. Look, they haven't been here since the Griffey days. I mean, this is a beatdown unlike I've never seen.
All I'll say is whoever wins this ALCS that you say is terrible, I hope they beat down your Dodgers. How about that? That's all I'll say.
No, that's not going to happen. We spend too much money.
You spent $1 billion. So I mean,
yes, because we can afford it. We can afford that. So, all right.
Who you got in this game, G? You didn't pick. Who you got?
I am going with Detroit. I got the Lions to win this game here. All right, then we have another Monday night game.
Gee, I wonder where that upset graphic is going to come into play here.
And that's going to be the Houston Texans 2-3 at the Seattle Seahawks 4-2. Or should I say the Sam Darnold-led Seattle Seahawks 4-2. It's not the 12th man anymore. It's Sam Darnold's team in Seattle. Jacob,
wait a minute. Does Jacob go with his Houston Texans, or does he go with his favorite quarterback in the NFL, Sam Darnold?
Sam the man Darnold. All right, look. Okay, so
are we going upset?
Anybody who has watched the show for a couple of years, right? You've seen me on the show. I launched a sports gambling podcast in Vegas with Gene and Mr. Picks.
Mm-hmm.
I did sports gambling. If you are a gambler, right, please gamble responsibly and avoid this pick. Throw the upset graphic on the screen.
No, don't do it.
This is the same guy that compared Sam Darnold to Cam Newton.
Don't do it.
They're the same player.
Oh, my God. Jacob, I know you're just doing that to piss me off, but I can't stand it.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
So I am fully aware that Houston has 2 wins, and those 2 wins came against the bottom of the pack Titans and a Ravens defense that has virtually none of their starters, right? And
you said it, not me.
Yeah, so it is. I am fully aware of this. So my entire thought process on this game is hinging on the potential of grown confidence from beating 2 teams. That is all this is. So, and it's only for the offense. The defense is top 5, right? The only metric where the defense falls short is when the offense can't sustain drives and the defense is exhausted. I think that our pass rush between Danielle Hunter and Will Anderson, I think they can get to Sam Darnold. I think that we can absolutely put enough pressure on Sam Darnold to stir him up a bit. I think our linebacking core is good enough to stop Kenneth Walker. I think that we can beat their offense. It's going to come down to whether or not CJ Stroud can effectively drive down the field and score enough points to beat them. I don't think Nick Chubb is that good anymore. That hurts me to say. I don't think that we're appropriately using Woody Marks. I think that tagging Woody Marks as only a receiving back is not necessarily the best deployment of him. Is he a good receiving back? He was number 1 in college football. That's why we took him. I think that he might take a few extra touches from Nick Chubb this week. I think Houston, if the offense can actually move the ball, which I think they can do against a Seattle defense that's more opportunistic than it is good, I think Houston can get this win this week.
You mean 2 points fantasy football, Woody Marks?
Don't talk to me, Gene.
I'm just saying.
Just
now.
facts. That's just facts.
I'm just saying. Well,
go ahead, Gene. Tell me who you got.
I got Seattle. I mean, it pains me to have to pick Seattle because look, I am on Sam Darnold's bandwagon. It's thrilling to watch this guy. He just picked up where he left from Minnesota.
Sam Newton.
And although he doesn't play well at home, I mean, get him on the road, he's a beast. So this is going to be interesting to see. He's going to be at home. But man, this guy's a stud. I mean, as a matter of fact, I mean, I had some notes here. He ranks 3rd in quarterbacks. And what is it? Where's my stat here? Because I just don't want to be throwing some BS out there.
Oh, Gene. Not you throwing BS
he ranks
out there.
3rd amongst quarterback passing in the league with over 1,500 yards. So, I mean, to have his name up there, I mean, that's of all the quarterbacks in the NFL, guys. Okay, he is up there. Sam Darnold is the real deal. And I wish I could say that about CJ Stroud. We were saying that about CJ Stroud a couple of years ago.
Yep.
Sam Darnold is the real deal. There's no way. They're going to be at home. No, I got Seattle winning.
I mean, I will say this is a massive game for Houston because if you can battle your way back to 3-3, then you're right back in the thick of things in the division. You're right back in the thick of things in the AFC playoff race. So this is a chance to get 3 in a row, really build that momentum back. But I'm with you, Gene. Just at home with the 12th man, whatever you want to call it. I just think Sam Darnold's playing good enough football. We talked about Ibuka. How about Njigba? He's been one of the best receivers in the league this season. He's been unbelievable. And I just think Seattle's defense can do enough to get pressure on Stroud with that offensive line. I don't think Chubb's going to do a whole lot. We'll see what Woody Marks does. I think Houston's playing better. I think they have a chance to claw their way back in a wild card race here. But I just don't think this is the week. I think going out there to Seattle on the West Coast, I like the Seahawks to get a win.
All right. I want to make sure I get all these comments in here. Adam had
got the Bucks. Yeah.
Adam had some things to say, and of
the
course,
Bucks have been consistent. I will give them that. But
because Bobby,
do we have to put that? Bobby,
Bobby. I'm with you, Bobby.
Wait, so Bobby's with the Raiders, with the Dodgers. Who else is he with? I mean, come on.
The Lakers.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
All right. Hey, looks like we just wrapped up another show, guys. And man, I tell you what, I cannot believe. Don't forget who were the teams we said was on the bye? The Bills and the Ravens.
Yeah.
If you have them in your fantasy football lineup, get those guys out of there. You probably don't have any Ravens in your fantasy football lineup.
Yeah.
Because they are playing so bad. But look here, we're having so much fun doing this NFL prediction show here. And apparently you are enjoying it because we are enjoying all of the subscriptions that we are getting here. We want you to continue to subscribe, leave comments. I mean, we're getting a ton of comments, and we're replying back to these comments, guys.
Yeah,
Jacob, they're really calling you out, man.
I believe that.
Me and Dustin haven't been called out yet.
And 100 plus subscribers in the last week.
Yeah, I mean, that's not bad. I mean, look, guys, we're not in the millions or the hundreds of thousands, but look, we just started this thing, and we appreciate every damn subscription and subscriber that we get. We appreciate it, and we want you to keep on doing it. And all of our guys Bobby, Rachel, Adam, you guys take the time out of your busy Wednesday to hang out with us in this in the chat room there. We appreciate that too. So look, we'll be back next week to grade our papers because Dustin, now look, I don't even write down the stuff no more because Dustin is going to make sure he keeps everything. And look, we already know
if you're in first place, you got to make sure you keep the right log so you can keep that top spot.
Yeah. I used to keep up with the stuff, and now Dustin has the spreadsheets and everything. So so we'll find out here. So we're gonna see what goes down this week. So don't forget tomorrow night, big Thursday night game there, Steelers and Bengals. And look, Brian Diardo, we're gonna bring Brian back. We do have some people scheduled to come on the show.
Yeah.
We're just kind of waiting. I'm trying to let I wanted to bring Icky Woods on doing tonight, but the Bengals, man, Icky's not in the best of moods, right? Because of the Bengals, right? I don't know if we're gonna get Icky on this year because he might be too pissed at those Bengals. But anyway, we do have some surprises coming up for you later on for the year. I mean, man, this year is already moving quick. So hope you enjoyed the show. And guys, Jacob, are you ready? Dustin, are you gonna get Jonathan Stewart to sign that?
I'm gonna try to reach out to Jay Stu to see what we can do, and also see if we can get him on the show. He's got his own podcast as well that we can maybe promote when he talks about the Panthers, and maybe with the Panthers winning some games, he's in a good mood. So we'll see what we can do for Jacob and Gene. If you somehow go 2-12 again, we might have to impose a 1-week suspension for you. So I don't know. We'll see what happens.
There will be no more 2-12s. No, I don't know what happened. I must have been, I don't know.
Yeah. I appreciate what you said. I love the support from everybody, and I hope we can get them some guests on as well. I think we've kind of grown this thing now the first 6 or 7 weeks where some other people are seeing it. We can get some guests that can talk football with us because we always want differing opinions to come on the show to spice it up a little bit. So I'll leave it with appreciate the support, the comments. It makes it more energized when people are in here making comments on the show, and hopefully we can continue to grow this thing because I think this is only just the beginning, especially here on YouTube. So,
absolutely. All right, guys. So we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna watch what's left of this ALCS.
Your Lakers are playing in the preseason.
Yeah, I'm gonna get into the preseason basketball here. So, guys, we'll see you next week here on the Sports Kings NFL Weekly Prediction Show right here on YouTube.